All right. Hey, everyone. I am here with Joy and Tara Carter. Hello, ladies. How are you? Hey. And they are with Great Florida Homes team in Fort Lauderdale with Keller Williams. Now, Joy, how long have you been in real estate?
Just over 36 years. And, I used to think when people would say, oh, I've been in real estate 40 years, I'm like, 40 years?
Right.
Yeah, I actually can now see myself saying 50.
Oh my God.
Because,
Yeah, it's
the
one of
longer you're in
those.
it, the easier it gets. But, starting out is not easy.
True, for sure. And you guys you serve Fort Lauderdale. In what other places do you serve?
So we serve two counties, which is Broward, Fort Lauderdale's in Broward County, and there's 31 cities in Broward. And then we also serve Palm Beach County, which is another 20 plus cities. We are a family team. It is, I started the team and then I brought my brother in, and then my daughter, after a whirlwind career in concierge restaurant and nightclub business, joined us, and she's been a wonderful asset.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
a
are
perfect
able to
mix.
cover almost 45 cities between the three of us.
That's awesome. That's a pretty big territory. So, Tara, how long have you been in real estate?
I'm going on my fifth year in real estate and third generation, so it's quite fun. It's in my blood and my veins.
Yeah, the hours are a little bit better too then.
I don't know about that. I'm still a newbie. I still put in the hours.
I mean, you're not working like at night, like overnight, I would think you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same
Anyway,
thing,
so
same
we're
amount of
gonna,
hours.
yeah. So we're gonna talk about rejection. So, Joy, tell us, rejection is a hard thing for most realtors, but after being involved in over 30 years, what are some tips you can offer some agents
So in
about
my,
how to
my
handle
early days, my beginning days, because you take a beating. You take a beating because maybe you don't know your scripts well enough, maybe you lack confidence, and it shows.
that?
So I wasn't a great public speaker to start with. So I was actually afraid to just introduce myself. So I took Toastmasters, and Toastmasters is an international speaking organization.
Yeah.
And when I joined it, I could barely say my name. If they told me where I'd be today, I'd be like, yeah, you're crazy. But that helped because then you felt more comfortable in speaking. So that was one. You get a beat down pretty regularly with people who don't do what they say they're going to do, or use you, or take advantage of you. So you can get a coach, and that could be not a life coach, but I liked Zig Ziglar at the time.
Yeah, he's great.
It was my go-to guy.
Mhm.
And Brian Tracy was another one that I really liked. Norman Vincent Peale. So I was very purposeful about reading positive things, motivation things, but you still need it in your subliminal, in your subconscious mind. So I would make sticky notes and put them all over the bathroom mirror, and they would say, like, you can do this, and next, somebody
Yes.
rejects you, just go next. So I had all this positive reinforcement, brushing my hair, brushing my teeth, washing my face. Just I was constantly surrounded by it. And in the car, I listened to cassette tapes.
Oh my God.
How long I've been doing this. Yeah, all my cassette tapes were all about sales, and they were all about, closing the deal, and just the positive reinforcement. And I just pounded myself with that and
I used
drowned in
to
it.
listen to all the Mike Ferry CDs in
Yeah,
my
yeah,
car.
I was a fairyite. I became a
Yeah,
fairyite in 96.
nice.
Traveled all of the United States, and Tara's doing that now with I think it's Jeff Glover and who else? Tara,
Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer, right?
So how do
I
you
like that.
keep your mindset right, Tara, and just not be bogged down with all the rejection that we get all the time?
I think a lot of it is repetition in regards to starting your day with gratitude. The highest form of energy is gratitude. So in my planner it says three things that you're thankful for, and when I'm really feeling down, I make a gratitude call. I try to do at least three, and there's just something about
Yeah.
calling somebody and just saying, hey, I just wanted to call you and tell you that I appreciate you and I'm just really grateful for you, and you've always been this type of person in my life, and that's your whole intention for the call. And when you catch somebody off guard too, it just, and you hear, I have goosebumps just talking about it, because when you hear back how they respond, and it just makes you feel good. It just brings back a different form of energy. So that one is definitely helpful. And then I had do the same thing my mom does. I have on my mirror um, affirmations that people had actually said about me behind my back in an exercise in one of the classes I took. So it's like probably 40 different things of what people said about me behind my back, and I have no idea who wrote it, and I just take one thing a day.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. But yeah, I think the gratitude is a big thing. I had never really done gratitude until recently, but the what you're saying is exactly true. Like figuring out why you're grateful for that person, like as specific as you can get, it feels like it changes the brain chemistry or something, right? Like you
Totally.
can feel it happening.
When even when
Absolutely.
you're affected, you feel an energy change in your body.
Mhm.
So you need that positive reinforcement. One of the other things that I did, because you suddenly you feel like it doesn't matter what I do, it's not working, right? And you're beating yourself up, even with the positive reinforcement. So I made a book of achievements, and I volunteer in my community. I volunteered at my house of worship, and you get these thank you notes, and you get these certificates for the things that you did, or people, little kids would draw you pictures. So everything went in this book. And every time I was having that woe is me day, I'd open up the book and go, I'm not so bad.
Like, I'm awesome. Wait a minute. That's cool. I think too, it's underrated about like my mom, and I'm sure Joy, you always said this to Tara, she'd always say, be careful who you surround yourself with. And I was like, that's dumb. Like, that's just something like old ladies say or like whatever, right? But
But
it
your mom
is
was
so,
right.
she's right. It's so true. And
I told the girls that Tara has a sister, and I always said to the girls, you will be a product of your environment.
yes,
You want to be a druggie? Hang out with druggies. You
yep,
want to be brilliant? Hang out with smart people.
yep.
You
It's
will always be a
crazy.
product of your environment.
Yeah, so I think like this is, I mean, this is part of the reason that we do the podcasts and we do these videos. It's like because we only get to connect with the people we're doing deals with, right? As agents. But that's not always our tribe. Like maybe, somebody really connects with one of you ladies and they want to reach out and be connected with you. And that really helps everybody. And so this is like a good way to kind of get like a quick snapshot of how people are, who they are, and how they run their business,
Right.
and it helps everybody.
Sarah's really strong in the concierge service, because that's what
Mhm.
our team has always been. We've been a resource. Like somebody called me this morning for an electrician, and yesterday it was windows.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. I know she does too. That if it comes to real estate, or if it comes to a house, or if it comes to our community, call us. We know everybody.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Most agents are like that. Most agents are like love to help other people. So
Definitely.
I think too about rejection, one of the things that I always think about, because a lot of people are scared to like have conversations, right, with strangers or even people they know. But it's like the chances, there's a lot of bad agents, unfortunately. And so the chances of them having a bad experience is really high. But like if you work with them, if they work with you, like you care about them and you care about their goals and you want to help them. And so like if you don't talk to them, they're going to get a bad agent. And
That's right.
that's where my mind like shifted. Once I realized that, I was like, okay, I'm out there calling everybody, you know?
Great. You are there to provide a service and protect them
hmm
from the bad apples.
Yeah. So from you guys, the tips that I heard was um, start with gratitude. And if you're not feeling like, if you're not really being able to write like where you feel gratitude, then just make a call to somebody you're grateful for. I like that. That's great. And then keep your mind on the positive things, because it's like what goes in is what comes out, right? So like however you want to do that, 8 tracks, CDs, no, cassettes, YouTube. I mean, there's 1,000 ways. What do you think about though? Do you think that the rejection has changed over time?
No, I
No.
think that the physical change in your body when you are rejected, whether it's in romance or it's in sales,
hmm
it's the same. What
Yeah.
do you mean you don't like me? What do you mean you don't
Right.
want to work with me? Right? Like, I'm a good person.
Right.
I think it's the same. I don't think that's ever changed. I mean, they might have a different way of doing it. They might have a different style.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the chemical reaction in your body is normal. And that's the thing. Once you recognize that, you go, okay, it happened. I'm not died. I didn't die from it. I can move on. Right?
You can like detach from it.
Yeah. Go to the person that does enjoy me. Go to the person that does appreciate me. That's where that book of achievements came in really well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and two, like you said, if and Tara, I think you said this, if you're not feeling like it's working, like keep, oh no, it was Joy. You keep the book of achievements and the book of, so like it will, a success journal sort of.
Great.
Yeah, it's so genius. And when I looked at it and I remember opening it and I was like, what is this, Mom? And she's like, it's my achievement journal whenever I'm feeling down. And it's literally like every award. And it's just, I'm like, this is so cool. How did you come up with this?
Well, we're pretty hard on ourselves.
Probably somebody said, hey, when you're feeling down, do something that makes you feel positive. And you get all these certificates and cards and thank yous. And it's like when we do service a client, the one thing we ask for is feedback on what we did wrong. I go, a whitewash job is not going to help me grow. It's not going to make me better. I need to know what I did wrong. That's the only way I can grow and get better. And clients are challenged to tell us we did anything wrong. They might say you were on the phone a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That happens. Well, I really appreciate you guys being on. Tara, what are you working on right now, or what do you have going on that you can share with us?
So I am a certified referral trainer with who was America's #1 referred agent, and also wrote the best-selling book 7 Levels of Communication.
Love that.
That's where basically all my systems come from, and obviously with my family, because their business is 100% referrals, and we average about 30 million a year. Never paid for a lead before. So I'm not at 100% referrals yet. However, I will be. I'm striving to be there. So within the 7 Levels book, there's about 88 systems, and we break them down. And I have a coaching program that we do that with. However, I do have a book club coming up June 1st. If anyone reaches out, I can send them the info. And that book club is basically breaking down 7 levels of communication and someone deciding which systems do they want to do, and most of them don't cost anything.
That's great. Okay. So what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me would be via Instagram, which would be Miss Tara Carter MS, because I'm not married. And my phone number, 954-661-6990.
Great. And Joy, if people have a referral, and we'll just say all of Florida because you have your family kind of everywhere. If people have a referral in Florida, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
So we are easily reached we have a team phone number that rotates between us, and that's 954-695-SOLD, 7653.
That's awesome.
SOLD, so it makes it easy for people. And then it's the greatfloridahomes.com website, and that's a very easy way to reach us. I mean, Tara Carter, Joy Carter, just Google our names, and we're very easy to find.
Yeah, you guys are pretty easy to find. Well, thanks again for being on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good one.
Bye.